Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Codictate. In this video we are going to discuss these topics and I'll try to cover every essential topics of HTML as quickly as possible. If you haven't checked out my web development course and project playlist, then go and check out. So let's start. HTML. HTML is a hypertext markup language, is the standard markup language used to create web pages. It provides the basic structure of a website using elements like heading, paragraphs, images, links. Don't worry, we will cover all these topics in this video. So HTML is work with CSS for styling and work with JavaScript for interactivity. When a browser loads an HTML file, it reads the tags and elements to display content. What is tag and what is element? So tags are keywords in angle brackets that define the structure of an HTML document. They usually come in pairs, an opening tag and closing tag. Some tags are self-closing tags, also called void element. Do not have a closing tag because they don't contain any content. Some few self-closing tags are image, br, hr, input. And these are the normal tags, which is the pair of opening tag and closing tag. Now let's try to understand what is element. So element consists of an opening tag, content and closing tag. It represents a complete part of web pages. So now what is the difference between tags and elements? So tag consists of an opening bracket and closing bracket and they cannot be nested. These are the example of tags. An element consists of a starting tag, content and end tag and they can be nested, or these are the example of elements. So this simple img and p is a tag, but if we can write tags along with its attribute and contents, then it is become element. And each tag is designed for different use. Now let's try to understand types of element. These elements can be classified into different types based on their behavior and structure. First one is block level element, and these elements take up the full width available and always start on a new line. You can see here div tag, paragraph tag, h1 tag can take whole width and always start from next line. The second one is inline element, and these elements only take up as much width as needed and do not start on new line. As you can see here, span tag, anchor tag, image tag has taken up only the required space and do not start from new line. The third one is self-closing, which is also called void element. These elements do not have closing tag. They are used to insert content like images, line breaks or input. You can see here img, br, input, hr is a self-closing tags. Fourth one is semantic element, and these elements have meaningful names that describe their purpose. Just like header. Header is useful for making heading. Nav is useful for making navigation. Article is useful for making some articles. Aside is useful for making some aside thing. And footer is useful for making footer. And the fifth one is non-semantic element, and these elements do not provide meaningful about their content. Examples: div, span, simple tags. Okay. In the previous video, I already told you what is the basic structure of HTML, but let us check it once again so that we can get a better idea. So first of all, doc type HTML, and it declares that the document is an HTML file to browser. So browser can easily understand. After this, we have to type HTML tag, and this is the root element that contain all HTML content, and this lang is actually specify the language of web page as English. En is English. After this, we have to type head tag, and it contains metadata, which is information about the page. Now let's try to understand these meta tags. So meta tags are actually information about a web page, but it is not visible to user. It helps browser and search engine to understand web page. Basically, this UTF-8 is a Unicode transformation format. 8-bit encoding is standard. Means UTF-8 is a way to store and display text on web pages so that all characters including letters, numbers, symbols and emojis appear correctly. Basically, computer stores text as numbers, and different languages and symbols have different number codes. So UTF-8 is a universal system that can understand almost all languages, emojis, and special characters. Basically, suppose that if we can write this Hindi word Namaste Dunya, then for for appear it properly, we can use UTF-8. It basically prevent text from becoming unreadable format. Now this second line is actually useful for making our website responsive. Like this name viewport is actually control how the web page fits on screen, and this actually makes the web page fit the screen side of the device and keep the default zoom level. And title, here we can type title, and this is actually our web page title document. Now we can type body tag, and it contains all the visible content of the web page. Here we can write heading tag, which is H1. This is heading. We can write P tag, which is paragraph tag. This is para. And we can also create one div tag. Now click on go live button, and you can see this is our web page. Now let's try to explore some more tags. So first one is list tag. Lists are used to group related items together, and there are three main types of list. First one is ordered list, which is useful for numbered list, and second one is ordered list, which is useful for making bullet points, and third one is description list, which is useful for writing terms and description. Now let's try to explore first list, which is ordered list. For this you have to type ul tag, and inside you can type li, which is list item, and here we can write apple, banana, and orange, which is our list items. Now click on go live button, and this this is our list items. You can also change the type of numbers like 1 2 3 into ABC. In the OL section, I can copy this code and paste it. In the OL section, you can write here type, and here you can write A, or you can use different these are the available type values. Save and run. So it gives A, B, C. You can also write small a, I, small I. Okay. Now let's try to explore second type of list, which is unordered list. For this you have to type ul tag, and inside the ul tag you need to type li and just copy paste. Again type apple, banana. Okay, now see this, it gives bullet points. If we want to change the type of bullet points, then we can also change. Come here and type, what is happening, and here you can write SQUAR square, and let's see it has become square bullet points. Now let's try to explore description list. For this you have to type DL, which is a description list. Inside this you have to type DT, which is a description term, and here you can write HTML and sheets. Save it, and so description list is look like this. Now we can explore table tag, and a table in HTML is used to display data in rows and columns just like an HTML sheet. So the basic structure of HTML tags are a table is created using table tag. We can write table tag, and inside it we can use three things: tr, which is table row, th, which is table header, and td, which is table data. So let's try to write tr, which is table row, and inside it we can write th, and here we can write name. Copy paste. After this we can again write tr, and here we can write td, which is table data. Similarly, we can write copy, add some more data. Here we can write, now we can save it and go live. Click on go live, and so this is table. Now let's try to understand form tag. Form tag is used to collect user inputs, user data, and it is essential for if we want to create login pages, sign up forms, and many more. We can create form using form tag, and this action parts define that where the form data will be stored when we can submit it. And don't worry about the action part. Now we can write label, and this label is describe the input field. When we can click on this, it focused on the input box. Now we can write input. Lot of inputs are available. We can choose text for name. If we want to add name, here we want add name, and this label form should be same as input id. That's it. Now we can add one br tag for line, and then again create label, and here this is for email. Now we can write input, and this is email input, and this is same as that's it. Now we can add another br. Now we can create, now we can add one password, and here also we can write password and input. Password is also available. Now copy and paste here and also here. Now again add br. Now we can create some drop downs. So for this we can add label, and we can create Xander, Gender, and for this we can enter input radio, and id is male, name is Xander, and here also one part is also value. Copy paste, and here female, here also female, and this is also female. That's it. Now we can add one br tag, and now we can add check boxes for hobbies. And here we can write input and choose checkbox. In checkbox we can add name hobby, and here first is reading, and value should be also reading, and copy paste. This is for coding, third one is cooking. Now we can create radio buttons, but first we can add here one br tag, and now we can create label, and this is for country, country, and input is actually here not input, we can write selection, okay, sorry, not selection, select. And inside we can write here id. There is no need of, basically there is no need of id right now, so here we can write options, and in options we can add value India, copy paste, we can write USA, okay, USA, and here we can write UK, UK. That's it. Now we can create text area, but before this we can add one br tag, and for making text area we can create this and message your message, and in, sorry, what is happening, in input we can choose not input, actually we can write direct text area, and name should be message, and it should be message. That's it. After this we can add one br tag, and now we can add for file. If we want to insert file, then file, upload file, and in input we can choose file. Here is file. Okay, this is file. Can add one button for submit, and here we can write submit. Now we can click on go live, and see, this is our form. This is not looking good, but for right now that's it. We here India, and okay, so fine. Now let's try to understand HTML attribute. So an HTML attributes provide extra information about an HTML element. It is always written inside the open tag and usually come name is equal to value format. So let's try to add in img tag src. Src is a specified image source. So this is the attribute. All is actually provide alternative text if the image doesn't available. Pick. And if we want to add width, then this is also defined image size. So this is also attribute. Now let's try to understand HTML multimedia. So first is img, where in src we can insert the location of our image, and here we can write pic. The second one is audio. Audio tag is actually useful for embed sounds or music files. In source you can write your available audio location, and that's it. Right now we don't have any audio. Video tag is used to embed videos on web pages. Again we can write here srcs, and that's it. Then iframe is actually used to embed external contents. Like if we want to add YouTube videos or Google Maps, then we can write in source link of YouTube. Then we have svgs. Don't think about this svgs. SVGs, and canvas. uh, you can learn everything later on. So yeah, this is a multimedia of HTMLs. Now let's try to understand HTML5. What is HTML5? So HTML5 is the latest version of HTML that improves web development with new features for better structure, multimedia, and performance. First one is semantic element. I already told you this is useful for better structure and SEO. Then second one is audio and video. In HTML5, we can easily insert audios and videos, and there no need of Flask. And because in older website, in older version, we need to add audios and videos required Adobe Flash, a separate plugin um, that user had to install in browser. So third one is canvas and SVGs, which is useful for create graphics and animations. Third feature is better forms, like there is a smart input types with built-in validations. Then fifth one is a location storage. We can store the data in browser, and it is faster than cookies. Sixth one is responsive design. We can easily design responsive, like mobile friendly websites also we can design. Seventh one is geolocation APIs. We can get user locations easily. So these all are the new features in HTML5. So guys, that's it for today. We will explore more about text and HTMLs in next video. So that's it for today. Bye bye.